right, so this is going to be quick, but it's going to be one of two videos. I think I'm going to release them at the same time. So this is basically going to be Xbox if the Activision deal doesn't go through. So let's talk about it. What's up, everybody? This is Supreme King back again with another video. I just want to talk real quick about this long overdue non-closure. It should have been closed like last year type of deal. I'm really sick of talking about it, but I guess I wanted to just go over the two scenarios, like if the deal goes through and if the deal doesn't. So for this one, it's just going to be if the deal doesn't go through. With Xbox, all I got to say is the same thing I said before. I'm holding you to the fire. So basically, even if you don't get Call of Duty, for everybody else, what that just means is Call of Duty remains multi-plat, right? So you can still buy Call of Duty on Xbox or PC, or I guess PlayStation 5, and then maybe not the Switch, because if the deal goes through, then the Switch gets a 10-year deal, I guess, however that goes. But you can still buy it the way you were normally going to buy it. But the way this deal was working, it was Phil Spencer was pretty much telling everybody, you know, hey, I can give you a 10-year deal anyway. And so it was just kind of weird. Like, I know it was for the regulators, and I'm really annoyed with that whole process because it just seems a little biased and a little annoying because it just taken way too long. And a bunch of people are acting like they care when we really know that they don't care. They don't care. Once it's over, they're going to act like they didn't even know anything about it anymore. And some of them have no business even being a part of it. You don't even play games. I'll let that go. But all I gotta say is, like, if the deal doesn't go through, Xbox, I'm still holding you to the fire regardless. I need to know what's going on with Avowed. I need to know an update on Fable. I need to know an update on Hellblade 2. I need to know an update on, obviously, Redfall and Starfield. Now, I know they're gonna do that Developers Direct that's coming out in a couple days, and I will cover it, but probably a day or two later because I gotta work just like you. Anyways, I still need to know what's going on with your games that's in development. I don't need to like stomp on you because you didn't come out with big games in 2022, because you did still come out with some games, and some of those games got nominated at the awards. They weren't nominated for Game of the Year, but some of them got nominated, and I believe As Dusk Falls won an award, and it was on your platform that As Dusk Falls was debuting on. However, Xbox gets no credit for it. We already know how this thing goes. They're only going to get credit once the big game pops off, because that's where everybody is focused on, because a lot of people are more bandwagoners. Let's just call it what it is. All I'm saying is I do want to see these big games go through one by one in 2023 and 2024. I understand there's probably going to be one or two games that's going to get pushed back into 2025. It's just, it is what it is. The work at home conditions, what was going on in the past couple years, we already know, yada 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 yada. But all I'm saying is I just want to see what's going on with you outside of Call of Duty. I'm not worried about Call of Duty that much. Call of Duty is going to survive regardless. Every news that we've heard so far has all been centered around Call of Duty anyway, and all the news is just it's going to be multi-plat regardless. So this whole thing just seems like a big waste of time for me. It just feels like that. Let's be honest. Anybody who is riding green all the way through, they don't want this to be multi-plat. They want this on Xbox completely so that they can brag with their list wars, so they can go back to Twitter and that type of thing. I don't got time for that. I want to know what's going on with the other games. I liked what I saw from Hellblade 2. I thought Hellblade 2 looked fantastic. That was like one of the one games that looked like it was next gen that wasn't Forza, let's be honest. But we seem to get Forza on a, you know, regular basis, and it's like the rest of the people are always going to say all you got is Forza, all you got is Gears, all you got is Halo. And I understand what they're saying, but all I'm saying is you do still got these other games coming out, and I just want to see more from them anyway, regardless of this Activision deal. I need to see what's going on with the release dates of it, as well as the progression of it, just for your platform. I already bought the Series X. I don't plan on getting rid of it. I also plan on getting a much powerful PC than this one that I'm recording on, but I'm still going to keep this PC too. So I'm still riding on that platform, but I'm just saying I want to see what's happening with everything else, because the wheel still has to keep turning regardless of if the Activision deal goes through or not. What's going on outside of it? This is definitely still similar to my Xbox I'm holding you to the fire video. I think I just feel like the Activision deal isn't the be all end all of Xbox, and I don't like how that's starting to be the narrative to everybody else who don't play on the platform. I play on all platforms. I don't want to discriminate against against any one of them. All I'm saying is I just want to see what they have to offer outside of it. And we have all these different games that's already been shown like slightly. And so I just want to see more from them. Avowed is a big one. I think that Starfield has gotten a lot of scrutiny, and rightfully so, because it didn't look perfect when it was being shown. The main gripe for me was probably going to be the trees, because the trees in the game looked a little silly. Everything else, I was just like, you know what? For some reason, people cannot stop playing Elder Scrolls, right? And for some reason, people cannot stop playing some of the older Fallouts and everything. And it's just like, it's cool because those games were great for what they were. And that's why those games are still going to this day. So I don't fault Starfield for what it is because they're coming from those backgrounds. So I feel like Starfield will hold its own test of time. All I'm saying is I want to see what's going on with Xbox outside of Starfield and Redfall. I think Redfall is going to get a release date at the Developers Direct. If not, I don't know what you're doing, Xbox. But there was a whole lot of debacle about them firing a whole bunch of people. I honestly felt like they probably should have fired a few people because the launch of Halo was a little disastrous because it was just negative press no matter what state the game was in. The game still seemed fun for what it was. Yes, it still lacked content. But yeah, that's probably unacceptable, I guess, in 2022, 2023, I guess 2021. So that was a little unacceptable for what it was. And so yeah, some heads got to roll. We already know, I think it was, what's her name? Bonnie? You know, she left for her family reasons. I mean, we all can read between the lines on that. Some heads got to roll. It is what it is. It's okay for a few months here and there, but technically you had like a whole year and that's your number one franchise technically to the eyes of the consumer. And so yeah, heads got to roll. I'm all for those layoffs. It had to happen. But with the type of money that Microsoft has, they can go ahead and just bring somebody else on. They got the money to bring on a whole lot of people if they needed to. $70 billion was that Activision deal, right? If it doesn't go through, there's going to be 7 or 68 or whatever after you get rid of their fees and stuff. There's still over $60 billion that you can use. You can spread that everywhere throughout the industry. And I'm all here for it. If that's how they want to compete, I don't care. I got all the systems anyway. For everybody else who's complaining, it's like, yeah, let's not go there. But it's like, come on. I don't really like to talk about this deal anymore because it seems like a waste of time, because at the end of the day, it's still going to be multi-plat, and I cared about a lot of other games under Call of Duty that could be revived. And so far, none of them have been talked about. I think I'm going to talk about a couple of them that I want to shout out, but none of them have been talked about underneath the Call of Duty deal. It's the Call of Duty deal. It's not even the Activision Blizzard deal. And so I just want it to be over and done with. But if it doesn't go through, Xbox, you still got a whole lot there that I want to see, and just start rolling them out. That's all I'm going to say here. I think this video is going to be long enough. And yeah, like, comment, share, subscribe. Let me know in the comment section what you think about it and what you think should happen if the deal doesn't go through. And I will see you on the next video. Peace.